Join us tonight on the sideline. Here at the Staples Center, the fans here in Los Angeles amping up for the Clippers. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home.
And right now for the Clippers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And I know it took a long time for people around the league to trust their success, but I don't think there's anybody left out there who doesn't think they're for real at this point.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So the Lakers 5 right now. Ingram is out there with the captain. Then it's the Prophet. Then it's Russell. And it's Matthews in at the 2. And Paul gets it to go in.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
We call that a high percentage shot, and when he's the guy taking it, I'd even say it's automatic.
Now, here is Russell. Really struggled in the loss against Minnesota. Here's Ingram. Offline with his 3. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Suns in Phoenix.
And in part because I just thought they came out flat in that game and could never recover, just not their best effort.
And I thought perhaps they might get an injection of life from somebody off the bench, but that never happened either.
Clippers on defense. Well, one thing that Chris Paul has always been known for is his presence, Greg, on the defensive end. Just a smart and fundamentally sound defender who knows certainly how to disrupt a ball handler.
No doubt. In the modern NBA, there are so many guards that can beat you one-on-one. But Paul makes your shots tougher than probably anybody else in the league. Still, with the quick hands, he will come up with more than his fair share of steals.
Now Paul, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. Picked by Griffin. Paul kicks to Redick. That one, no good. Good D by Matthews.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
Outside Russell. Here's the Prophet. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
A bit of an oversized playmaking guard allows Russell to see over and around defenders. Great look there.
And stolen by Russell. Paul with the steal. Johnson, the pass to Paul. Outside, Redick. Griffin dishes to Paul. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And I think it's safe to say at this point that Chris Paul is one of the all-time greats at that point guard position. Just so strong in his ability to lead a team both offensively and defensively. And, you know, you get everything you want from him as a lead guard. I mean, he's not afraid of the big moment. Also willing to be that vocal leader that you often need at times. Let's see if ultimately he can be rewarded with a chance to play for a championship.
Here's Paul. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. Three-pointer. Again, the miss by Paul for Los Angeles. They've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Outside, Russell. Screened by Russell. Lakers passing it around. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Pass to the Prophet. Lets it go. No good off the front iron. You talk about Paul as one of the great point guards. He led the way in the NBA for a long time as it became a more guard-centric league. And you know all about guard play.
Yeah, great point. And you talk to the other guards around the NBA, and they'll recognize Paul as a pathfinder for this generation. Everyone admires his competitiveness and attention to detail. And when it's all said and done, history will look kindly on his accomplishments.
Here is Matthews after J.J. Redick's bucket. And that one's good. Ingram.
And really, Ingram is consistent in nailing these perimeter shots. Gotta get a hand up or he's gonna make you pay.
Paul kicks to Redick. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. And the basket is good. Matthews has got 5.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure.
Here's the Prophet after J.J. Redick's bucket. Here's Ingram. The putback, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, he looked clumsy on that one. He was not going to get away with that.
Yeah, he climbed all over him. I mean, there's a picture of that one in the officiating manual. So, clear, easy call. You know, the Lakers had never missed the playoffs in 3 consecutive seasons in franchise history until last season. Boy, this is a franchise that's clearly unaccustomed to losing basketball games.
Johnson kicks to Paul. Shot from 12, and he knocks down the jumper. 7 points in the game.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Now, here is Russell. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And stolen by Redick. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And there's the feed to Paul. Paul can't get that one to fall. And the last time the Lakers had missed the playoffs in 2 consecutive seasons was 1976.
Well, up to 2013, the Lakers had only missed the playoffs 5 times total in the 65 years of the team's history. Now it's 3 seasons in a row for a franchise with so much very justified pride. It's got to be tough to handle and swallow.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Jordan.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Lakers leading by 4. We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, we talked about how they've won 2 of their 3 meetings against this team this year, and he said they can create mismatches against them on offense. He said if we set picks well and force them to switch, we can score. We'll see if they can replicate that strategy tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks for filling us in there, David. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, they better save some of that energy for deep. I don't care how much you score. At some point, you got to stop some people, too.
Got a piece of it. Ingram passes to Hassel. He gets that one. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
So, for the Clippers, Spates checked in for Griffin. And it's Crawford in for Johnson. Collins checked in for the Lakers. Silk comes in for Wesley Matthews. Well, the Clippers have had this Chris Paul and Blake Griffin core for a while now. It has certainly proven to be an exciting pairing. They haven't made the deep playoff run that they had hoped they would make.
Yeah, and although fans might want more, you have to remember where this franchise was before Griffin and Paul. They still have a few years to take this team even further. Unfortunately, they have been up against a stacked Western Conference.
Here's Silk. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Russell passes to the Prophet. Lakers passing it around. 4 on the clock. Here's Hassel. Spates with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Marjanovic checked in for Los Angeles. Ish Smith comes in for Paul. Just 2 to shoot, and stolen by Spates. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Smith's running. The shot by Redick, no good. Lakers leading by 7. Outside, Russell. To the inside, and stolen by Spates. Smith with it. He's picked up by Russell.
Spates.
And some very quick points for him on that possession. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Now, here is Smith after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Nice D from Russell.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Screened by Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. Again, Russell missing.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Smith with it. He's picked up by Russell. Smith kicks to Crawford. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Now, here is Russell. To the middle. Dolman. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And, you know, the Lakers going through a rough patch, clearly, but make no mistake about it. They're still the league's glamour franchise. They've got the league's largest fan base, both in the U.S. and globally.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Lakers, with the storied history, the second most championships in league history, trailing only the Boston Celtics.
And the Lakers run more recent. I mean, you think of the greats who've worn the Forum blue and gold, probably the greatest assemblage of talent of any team in the league.
And the Lakers making a change here. Mayo's checked in, and so he hits both. Clippers trail by 5. Spates sets a screen. Here's Crawford. Soft touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Lakers have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Here's Silk. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And again, no good by the Lakers. And Los Angeles guys shooting 47% from the field to start things off. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Crawford. The pass to Marjanovic. Outside, Redick. Kicks it out to Crawford for the 3. Connects from three-point range. Crawford's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Shot by Collins, no good. Crawford outside. Chance there to take the lead, missing. Passes to Cobb. Outside Mayo. 1:25 left in the first. There's the triple. Mayo missing again. Crawford with the ball. 14 points from him the last game against the Suns in Phoenix. The kick out to Spates. Back to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Lakers. And here's Mayo from the arc. Again, Mayo missing. And here are the Clippers. They went to Los Angeles for their last meeting with the Lakers and came out with a victory.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, a significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Here's Silk. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. He dishes it to Collins. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, Greg, have produced a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Ingram is out there with the captain. Then it's Mayo. And it's on a Kidsian at the 3, the small forward.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Back to Mayo. Layup off the pick. Good work defensively by Johnson. Well, one thing with DeAndre Jordan, you love how imposing a presence he is on the defensive end. His size and ability to leap are a big anchor to any defense.
A great point, and not only a flashy defender, but a solid one as well. Wasn't always like this, though, guys. Took some encouragement from coaches to get him to commit to becoming a defensive juggernaut, and every player now hears his footsteps when they're attacking the rim.
True. Russell, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Redding. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to Sonikidze. Dishes to Russell. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that one's good. Ingram.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Clippers trail by 3. And here is Paul. 7 points in the game. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. There's the pass to Sonikidze. There's a good screen. Here's Redding. Screen by Russell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's a 5-point Laker lead.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Shot off the pick, and Griffin scores. The assist by Paul. Griffin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Crawford against Russell. Crawford dishes to Paul. Kicks it to Griffin. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Releases from 15. The offensive rebound. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Ingram passes to Russell. Takes the assist and lays it in. picked out the pass nicely.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Paul is still in search of his first NBA title. He said he used to think about it as a personal goal. But then he said at some point it clicked and became, we're going to do this. I think all of us are at that point. It's clear he's invested in this team. He said, there's no question this is where I want to be. I want to win. Here. Kevin?
All right, thanks, D.A. He's got talent around him for sure.
Crawford just giving them fits. He's got 10 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
And they pick up 2.
And this is what you get with a bigger guard. D'Angelo able to finish through contact.
Paul against Russell. Paul kicks to Crawford. Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
He had his head on a swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Here's Redding to the paint. Dives for it. Here's Hassel. Hassel. Great positioning on the putback. And the Lakers lead by 2.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Here's Russell following the basket by Blake Griffin. Feeds it to Ingram from deep. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's 11 points for Brandon Ingram.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Crawford left side. Releases. Goes back up. Jordan. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he can't get the first one.
And the Lakers head coach, Luke Walton, played almost his entire career in L.A., winning 2 titles along the way. Always known for his tremendous IQ for the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. And he's good on the second. And Luke Walton, pretty new to coaching. He actually worked as an assistant with the University of Memphis team for a short while in 2011 while that NBA season was delayed.
Yeah, and of course, since 2014, he's been an assistant with the Golden State Warriors. Last season, when Kerr was out missing time with a back ailment, Walton stepped in as an interim head coach and led the team to a 24-0 start. Absolutely amazing. And despite being relatively young, Luke Walton has close to a PhD, I think, in basketball.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Here's Ingram. No good with the triple.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Paul kicks to Griffin. It's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. I mean, his long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
Now here's Matthews. He has 7. In the corner, it's Ingram. Back to Matthews. He tries for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Griffin's shot is off.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Now Paul. He's got 9. Picked by Griffin. There's the dish to Johnson. Drops it in from 11 feet. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And really, that's what you want every time down the floor. A simple, high-percentage shot.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And, you know, D'Angelo Russell, a one-and-done player out of my alma mater, the Ohio State University, came into the NBA at only 19 years old, and there were questions about his maturity. He had some friction with teammates, and the coaching staff questioned his seriousness at times. I hope he can mature and grow into being a pro quickly because he's got tremendous talent.
So, for the Clippers, Spates comes in for Jordan, and it's Ish Smith in for Jamal Crawford. Good on the second free throw. And the big controversy for Russell, accidentally leaking personal information about his teammate. Things got pretty sticky out in Los Angeles.
Yeah, definitely a major misstep on the part of Russell, but he has to get right with his teammates now. And we've all done things that we regret. We'd like to have mulligans on, especially in our youth. So your hope is that he'll learn and grow from it and be able to move on.
Clippers have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Smith dishes to Griffin. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 13 points for Blake Griffin.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Collins checked in for Ingram. And Silks subbed in for Russell. Here's Silk. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now, here is Smith. They trail by 1. Pass to Paul. Pulls it from the elbow. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Paul's got 4 points this quarter. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Redick is checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. The Prophets checked in for the captain. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Los Angeles.
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Pass to Cobb. This one for 3. A rebound by Johnson. The Clippers in the lead. Redick is in the corner. Spates sets a screen. Johnson in the corner. All alone. Shot's good. Griffin making the play. Griffin's got 3 assists in the game. The feed now to Collins. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Smith the pass to Spates. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And, Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Marjanovic checked in for Blake Griffin. And the Lakers also making a change. O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Lakers trail by 4. Now here's Mayo. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. The Prophet passes to Mayo. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Mayo's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the perimeter shooting of Mayo is huge for this team. I mean, he has such a tremendous shot from downtown.
And Redick kicks to Smith, and it's blocked.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Here's Redick after the basket by Los Angeles. Basket good. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's the Prophet. 17 points for him last game against Minnesota.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Spades dishes to Redick. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And Marjanovic with the layup.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Silk. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Collins. That one wide left.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Johnson, the pass to Smith. That's tipped. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for Los Angeles.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Now here is Smith. He feeds it to Redick. Down low, here's Johnson. Here's Marjanovic.
Kevin, let's see how the Clippers have performed over the last few weeks. 6th in steals, 7th in second chance points. And they are in the top 10 in field goal percentage. This is a team that shows excellent discipline at the offensive end.
And let me add a few words about all their steals. I mean, they bring that toughness and aggression defensively. You don't get to be a top 10 team in that category by accident.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. 1:32 left here in the second. Outside Mayo. They set the screen. He kicks it to Collins. 5 to shoot. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start. 1:09 left to play here in the half. Smith dishes to Spates. Johnson in the corner. Pulls up on the wing. Another miss by Johnson. And Los Angeles guys shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. That one good for 2. 6 points for the Prophets.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Redick. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots a 3. Here's Marjanovic. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 19 seconds left in the first half of the game. Mayo with it. 8 points for him. There's the pick. With 1 on the clock. It's all tied here in Los Angeles.
Some incredible work in this one by Blake Griffin. He ended up with 15 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It will be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, it's always a little bit of a challenge playing on the road, but they came in mentally prepared and physically prepared. The energy in the arena was fierce, but they didn't cave in.
Here's Russell. The dunkers, Griffin and Jordan, are the bigs. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Here is Paul. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Here's Ingram. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 6 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Los Angeles on D. It's a 5-point game. Jordan. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
And Brandon Ingram out of Duke, drawing comparisons to Kevin Durant like KD. He's very rangy, very lanky for a perimeter player.
Yeah, and Ingram around 6'10" in shoes with that 7'3" wingspan. I mean, he's still, light weight-wise, much like KD was when he came in the league. Still, you don't see many small forwards with the standing reach of a center.
Paul kicks to Redick. Pass to Paul. Jordan the screen. Paul passes to Jordan. Johnson in the corner. 3-pointer. Sinks the 3-pointer. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside Russell. He dishes it to Ingram. Now the pass to the Prophet. Russell inside, defended by Paul. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. That free throw, no good. That's off as well, so he misses both. The Clippers trail. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Dishes it to Reddick. And Griffin with the score. The assist from Reddick. 17 points for Blake Griffin.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Russell kicks to Matthews. Back to Russell. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
Shooting one.
And D'Angelo Russell with great size for the point guard position at 6'5". He's not the most explosive athlete, but guys, you think that'll ever hold him back?
I don't necessarily think it will, Kevin, because he's shifty, he's crafty, he's deceptive enough as a lefty. I think he'll be able to be effective offensively. The question mark is more at the defensive end of the floor. Will he be able to stay in front of people and use anticipation and film study to overcome what he might lack athletically? He's a good defensive rebounder for his size, and I think his size will actually help him in all aspects of defense. 4 for 5 so far. That's their first miss of the second half.
Johnson from outside. The Lakers with the rebound. The Prophets got 6 rebounds in the game. Kicks it to Russell. There's a good screen. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Ingram missing. Clippers trail by 3. Johnson in the corner. Picked by Griffin. Johnson kicks to Griffin. Paul outside. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads from 13. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ingram's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Out to the wing. Johnson with the defensive effort. Clippers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Paul kicks to Jordan. Feeds it to Reddick. 6 feet out. Rebounded by the Lakers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Back to Matthews. Lots of room. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
And they need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
They set the pick. Back to Russell. Inside. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. The Prophets got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Paul dishes to Griffin. It's Reddick on the wing. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. For the tie. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Ingram passes to Russell. Here's the Prophet. Here's Hassel. He's got 12. The 3. The rebound by Johnson.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Again, the miss by Paul.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
The dish to Russell. Ingram setting a pick for Russell. Ingram with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Controlled the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Here's Russell after Wesley Johnson's bucket. Matthews sets a screen for Russell. They set the pick. Ingram wide open. The shot that time not on target. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Russell against Paul. And he makes good on the layup. Paul's got 13. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Just a beautiful read by the former Buckeye Russell. So gifted at making those decisions.
Outside Griffin. Johnson outside. Pass to Paul. Outside, Reddick. They grab their own miss. Griffin, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
And the first one drops. So, for the Clippers, Marjanovic checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for Wesley Johnson. And Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. Griffin hits them both. The Lakers have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. And here is Mayo. 8 points for him. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Spates checked in for Los Angeles. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Collins kicks to Ingram. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Ingram's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Redding. Passes it to Mayo. Off the pick. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And again, no good by the Clippers. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Redding. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
On the free throw, no good.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on you.
Now here's Paul. He's got 13. Shot clock at 5. It's good. Paul's got 15. And Los Angeles guys shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Redding, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Paul. 15 points in the game. From 18 feet away, and Maurice Spates the bucket on the assist by Smith. He's got 5.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. A clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
It's hauled in by the Clippers. Marjanovic has got 8 rebounds in this game.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The captain's checked in for the Lakers. Silk comes in for O.J. Mayo. Here's Crawford. The Lakers with the rebound.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Here's Silk, defended by Paul. Cobb. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Marjanovic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. To the paint. It's picked off. Here's Redding. Tries again. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
The Lakers have converted 7 of 11 free throw attempts up to this point in the game.
When you're hot, and that's certainly been the case for the captain. He has 17 points, and he's added to his totals by picking up 3 points at the line as well.
Yeah, that'll balance out that stat sheet nicely. I mean, you always want to see at least a few points from the free throw line.
Paul goes in from about 16. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Spates.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Redding. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. 8 points for him.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Now here's Paul. 15 points in the game. Shoots from the elbow. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And 12 points for Crawford.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Here's Silk, covered by Smith. Silk passes to Hassan. Score that one for him, his 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Smith dishes to Crawford. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 14 points for Jamal Crawford.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
They set the pick with 1 on the clock. No good on that last second attempt there. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Russell is out there with Silk. Then it's Ingram. Then it's Collins. And it's Hassel in at the 5. Here's Griffin. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Russell with a wide open look. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 5. Smith outside. To the inside. Here's Griffin, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
You talk about passing. Smith is one of the best in the game in that aspect. An incredible distributor.
And Los Angeles with some changes. The Prophets checked in for Collins, and Wesley Matthews subbed in for Silk. And that one misses.
And Brandon Ingram, a five-star recruit out of Kinston High School, he helped them win 4 straight North Carolina championships, the first time that had happened in the state's history.
And Ingram mentored and coached by former NBA great Jerry Stackhouse.
And I wonder if Stack was a little disappointed that Ingram didn't end up becoming a Tar Heel, instead choosing the arch rival and going to Duke. A one and done there. It certainly has worked out pretty well for the young fella.
Free throw, good.
Matthews having a good one. He has 8 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Both free throws good from Matthews.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Smith kicks to Griffin. Outside, Reddick. The feed to Crawford. From the left block, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And that one falls for Jamal Crawford. The Lakers in the lead. Outside, Russell. And Ingram with the basket on the assist by Russell. 22 points for Brandon Ingram.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
Now here's Griffin. Jordan sets the pick for Griffin. Back to Smith. He got right to the cup using that screen.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
Free throw good, Russell. No good on the second free throw.
You know, a decent free throw shooter at this point in his career. D'Angelo has the natural stroke, I think, to become one of the league's best. Shoots it very fluidly and easily.
Lakers shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Outside Matthews. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Back to Russell. 6 to shoot. Pass to Hassel. Here's the Prophet, defended by Griffin. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Clippers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Smith kicks to Griffin. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Smith. Outside, Reddick. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Boy, I love how Smith zips the ball when he's out there. His teammates love him because they know he's always looking to set them up.
Now, here is Russell. There's the pick. Here's Hassel, defended by Griffin. The pass to Matthews. Tries a three, and it's Griffin with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And stolen by Russell. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Boy, it's terribly frustrating for a coach when his team can't knock down their free throws. I mean, it really comes down to focus, routine, and stamina, especially in the second half.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Russell hits them both. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Griffin. That shot off the mark. And the Lakers take it the other way. To the middle. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him, but very few that rise up like he can.
Smith kicks to Jordan. Johnson outside. He dishes it to Smith. Feeds it to Redick. 6 to shoot. 14 feet away. The shot off that time. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Russell. Pass to Hassel. 3 from Matthews. Hits the three-point bomb. Now it's a 5-point Los Angeles lead. Smith kicks to Redick. Jordan the pass to Smith. Jordan the screen. Griffin sets the screen for Smith. And the wide-open shot from Redick. Los Angeles with another miss. Lakers leading by 5. Russell kicks to Matthews. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Outside, Russell. It's stolen by Smith. And some very quick points for him on that possession.
You know, every time Smith gets some breathing room from the mid-range area, he's really comfortable letting that shot go. The defense has to get in his face. Well, that shot's going up.
Now, here is Russell. Over in the corner, Matthews. And stolen by Redick. Inside, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
In the corner, it's Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Matthews. Misses off the right iron.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Clippers making a switch here. Paul's checked in. They set the pick. Johnson kicks to Redick. The dish to Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Jordan kicks to Griffin. Paul for 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. 18 points for Chris Paul.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first, but the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Inside, can they get it? Out to Russell. Poke loose. And Matthews now, top of the key. And it's Matthews again missing. Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. The shot by Redick, no good.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And here is Los Angeles now. Al Paul. Johnson outside. Picked by Griffin. Clock at 6. Johnson dishes to Jordan. Got it. Good job in the low post. Now, here is Russell. Outside Matthews. They set the pick. He kicks it to Russell. To the paint. Johnson with it. To the middle. Here's Griffin. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Ingram.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
Now, here's Redick. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Paul with the 3.
And that's Russell. I mean, has the length to disrupt and bother shots, even against bigger or more explosive athletes.
Shooting for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
They've struggled against him in this one. Just no answer for Jordan. He's got 12 rebounds and a steal.
Hassel, the pass to Russell. Here's the screen. In the corner, it's Ingram. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And Redick kicks to Johnson. And that one falls for Johnson. And he makes both free throws. Lakers trail by 6. Russell kicks to Matthews. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Ball against Russell. Matthews with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's the Prophet. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
To the inside. It's tipped. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Russell against Paul. The shot by Hassel is no good.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
The shot by Redick, no good.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, they don't get much uglier than the quarter he's having.
Yeah, and it's not showing any signs, Greg, of turning around here soon. I mean, his touch is basically gone AWOL.
To the paint, Griffin. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got the lead up to 6 now for the Clippers.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Kicks it to Ingram. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. The Prophet passes to Hassel. Shot clock at 6. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Good on the first, and that brings them within 5. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
You've got to be on exactly the same page to connect on that long of an alley-oop.
And even then, it's a tough play.
I'll tell you what, guys, the pass and catch, both next to impossible.
Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside Jordan, pass to Redick. The feed to Griffin. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here. The Lakers have gone 7 of 16 from the field here in the fourth. That's about 43%. Here's the screen. Pass to Ingram. Jumper off the screen. No good on the shot. The Clippers go the other way with it. And Redick kicks to Griffin. Jordan the screen. Griffin dishes to Paul. He feeds it to Johnson. And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
The line for your Clippers, J.J. Redick. Taking 2 shots.
Last on the first.
He gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Here's Silk. There's a screen. And here's Mayo for 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. And here's Smith. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.